Yo, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? So, I'm actually very lucky because I'm dealing with ad account bans right now. Whoop-de-doo, classic story of any fucking e-commerce person. But it actually made me stumble upon my last ad account, which I ran my last winter. I thought I didn't have this, but I have access to this. It's amazing, right? So now I can actually show you, like, the ads, right? It's amazing. So, just to be fair though, so this product has made me 51,000. I don't have the store anymore. Unfortunately, the store shut down due to chargebacks. And as an honest, transparent ecom guru, I am fully here to admit, the people that are in my VIP, they're probably like laughing because they've roasted me so much. They already knew about this product. They knew about the situation. So they are probably laughing if they're ever watching this video. But yeah, I sold this crystal mug, right? And the quality didn't end up being good. And a lot of people, like, I got the sample after scaling already. And I saw it and I'm like, fuck, this is ass. And I'm fucked, So, unfortunately, I had to stop scaling that product. It was working so well for me. And honestly, it's just unfortunate. But you know what? I thought I was like a bad person. But after speaking to so many people, I realized that that's kind of like an inevitable part of the journey with dropshipping is you make the mistake of not checking the back end and the quality of the product, and you end up scaling on something that works, but then the quality is bad. You have to deal with chargebacks, and unfortunately shut down the store. So I don't have the store anymore, but obviously if you're new, welcome, by the way. But if you're not new, you can clearly go back on my old videos and see like all the numbers I had live. But yeah, this product ended up making me like $52,000. In US dollars, which is like around 70, 80 grand in my currency, which is amazing. And within 2 weeks span. So I've had multiple ad accounts with this product. So this is only one. So I don't have all the ad spend and I don't have all the revenue, but it does take in consideration my biggest day. I'm pretty sure my biggest day. So yeah, it was my biggest day. So we have here, I don't want to get straight to it. So we have here, I scaled. It was insane to go back and look at, right? So this is on November, right before Black Friday. From the 23rd, right? Okay, so look, the 22nd, there's $2 spend. It was like an engagement campaign, yeah. So from the 23rd all the way to the 27th, so that's like 4 days. I spent 9.5 US dollars. And got back 27.6. Obviously, this is more on the Shopify dashboard. It's not including upsells, shipping, and everything. So obviously, I made more. But just looking at this is amazing. So I want to kind of just break it down, right, day by day, right. So on how I scaled, right. So on the 23rd, we were spending $331, and we had. So again, I had these campaigns, right? Because these were the campaigns that, these were the ads I've tested previously on other ad accounts and already knew which one were winners. But it was funny because, let's say, look at this campaign, right? This is not including my actual winning ad. This was including my second winning ad, which was this, ad 4v4. But then this one took off. Ad 4v4 with a Thanksgiving CTA for a Thanksgiving offer. And this one actually took all the spend and got all the sales. And it's so funny to see, I witnessed it myself, how shit performs differently with different ad accounts. So that's where I always like to say, part of this shit's luck. You don't know. I don't know. But anyways, at the end of the day, look at this. 7 ROAS. Insane, right? Metrics were amazing. You got a 3.8% CTR with a $1 cost per click, right? And the cost per ad to cart was $5. And my AOV was floating around $60, $70. It was insane. I was scaling and having a fucking blast. But I just want to show you the ads, how shit performed differently, right? And I also had this one, right, which were still consisted of my best ones. This one, so the Ghiorghiu, I name my ads really weird, but this was my original winning one on my old ad accounts, and they just weren't performing amazing as well. Well, they were, which was funny. Like, look, these are ROAS, 61 ROAS, but it wasn't taking the spend. This one clearly was Facebook's favorite, taking all the spend. It didn't get a sale though, which is weird, but I'm pretty sure on the day after, I let that optimize, right? So you had, this one, which was, this one. You see, it then optimized later on and got all the sales, all the profitable, well, barely profitable, 1.96. But still, again, with the Shopify results, this was still way over 2 ROAS for sure. But yeah, again, just crazy to see how Facebook's optimizing, right? So like first day, these took the spend, but then this one took over, right? Did I launch anything else? I had this one that I shut off. I still had both of them, so they were both pretty even, right? Well, this one had a bit more spend, but way better results, right? This one's still killing it. And again, it's the same ad. It's the same exact ad, nothing different, just different CBOs. That's, again, a reason why I launched different CBOs, because each CBO performs differently. So I always launch different CBOs. And I just you see, all within 3 to 5 ads. Very broad, very simple, but I just I do this because everything is so, like, there's so many variables. And it could perform differently, even if you have the exact same ad. That's why I do this. And look, same ad, just different campaign, performed way better. 3.4 ROAS, right? With a, cost per purchase of 25. Amazing. All right, so then we spent 787 that day and made $2,000, which was 2.65 ROAS, which is amazing. Good. So we keep aggressively scaling with the resources that I had. So we went from 700 to 1.8. That is a crazy jump, bro. I remember going through this, like my heart was jumping. But let's see. So what we did basically was we took this CBO, which was performing the best, and just duplicated it twice. We duplicated it twice. It ended up getting us really great results. Duplicated it twice at, I think, a lower budget, but we still duplicated it and launched a Black Friday campaign. The Black Friday campaign consisted of different variations of the winning ad, right? So we had all the V4s you see are the winning ad, but just different variations. And this one, performed okay, got a few sales, right? That's the most important. Even when you're originally testing like a brand new product, it may not have a crazy ROAS. It may not be humongously profitable, but if you're getting sales, it's a very promising sign. Because I can guarantee you when we go in the next day, that shit optimized. But again, we had a winning campaign, was scaling that shit, right? And we just duplicated it. And it helped us horizontal scale. And they all had around the same ROAS. Right? And it brought us an amazing, like, we were just pushing spend. 1.8 in spend, 4K in sales. Amazing. Next day. So look at, let's let you see, just to show you. So the Black Friday campaign that we talked about, optimized. Look at that. So it wasn't profitable humongously in day one, but just day two with a bigger spend. And again, remember, that's why I kind of like pushing a bigger spend, is because like with a bigger spend, Facebook optimizes quicker and like more like stronger, I guess I'd like to say. But you see, I wasn't scared to spend because I was making so much money, right? So I was just launching campaigns at like $300 to begin with, right? Now I do that, I'll probably shit my pants, So, but it optimized crazy. It went almost to a 3 ROAS. The same, nothing changed, nothing new, just a different day. Optimized, 290 spent, 800 in sales with this campaign. Amazing. The other campaigns always performed amazing. They kept performing amazing. I probably just kept surf scaling these campaigns. Cost per add to carts are looking so healthy. Every metric is looking healthy. It was a beautiful sight to see. I tried an Advantage Plus campaign. This is where I tried Advantage Plus, and it actually, I don't even remember this, but it performed amazing. First day, 4.4 ROAS. So I had my 2 winning ads from the get-go. So this was like my old account, the Ghiorghiu, which was my original winning ad. And this was my new winning ad. And obviously, again, this took spend. But it was an Advantage Plus campaign and performed beautifully. Like, amazing. 123 spend with 570 in sales. 4.63 ROAS. CTR is looking so good. Like, it's amazing. It was honestly one of the best times to live. I launched new campaigns, right? So this one I launched. So I launched, again, variations of the first winning ad. And it didn't perform that good. But I'm pretty sure I left it spend. Again, nothing shut off. All of these are still performing, are still profitable. So you can clearly see how everything is just increasing spend. And look at all the different CBOs. I don't want to get too long on this video, but look at all the different CBOs I'm running. That's why every time I post new ads, it's all new CBOs, 3 to 5 creatives. And I'm leaving them on. If they're not profitable for 2 to 3 days, I shut them off. It's really, really simple. And it helps me scale. Like, look at that. Almost 3K spent with almost 9K in sales. 3 ROAS. We were fucking having a blast. I miss this. I'm getting the adrenaline just watching this. This is fun. And I think this was the last day we ran the product. Biggest day yet. Yes. 3.6K US dollars in spend, generating us 11.3. It was, and the ROAS is just going up. So my ad account got banned the day after. But now going back and analyzing, so this, no, it was this, actually, sorry. So this was the campaign we launched the day before. And again, optimized day 2. That's why I've always, even testing, leave campaigns for day 2. I have to. You have to. You don't know. Look at this shit. Like, yes, we're obviously looking for sales day 1. If you're not getting sales day 1, you can argue that, yes, you can shut it off. But, like, just look at this fact. But, again, you can argue it got sales day 1. So it was, showing, promising results. So I can agree with that. But just to show the simple, like, fact that, like, this shit optimizes even on day 2. Like, it went from, like, a 1 ROAS to a 3.4. And everything else is still performing good. I'm not touching shit. I'm just probably SERP scaling at this time, right? I'm SERP scaling, and the ROAS is still looking healthy. CPAs are still looking good. The amount, look, 3.6K spend 11 in sales. Like, that's something amazing. I launched this Love Angle campaign. It didn't perform good at all. Yeah, so I did shut this off, and the reason being was because looking at the CTR, looking at the cost per click, it could have optimized the day after, but I just didn't want to spend time on something that wasn't working, especially during Black Friday. I didn't want to start testing a crazy amount. I wanted to just take what was working and scale to the fucking moon. I also tested images for the first time. Didn't perform good. Obviously, I would have let this on the day after to optimize because it still got purchases. So this probably would have got a 2 ROAS a day after, But unfortunately, as everything good always has to come to an end, and then the day after, shut down. $0 spend. Still got some sales, and yeah, I was getting sales consistently for like a month. Like ranging from $100 to like $400 in sales for a month because of how advertising works. But yeah, unfortunately, looking back at this, it's crazy to see how, one day you're on top of the world making so much money, and then Mark Zuckerberg snaps his finger and tells you, go fuck yourself, to go absolutely shove a dildo up your ass, and you're broke the day after. But that's where this situation here, I've learned so fucking much of like how to build systems to make sure this doesn't happen again, to have backup accounts, to have agency accounts, to have everything set up in place, credit cards, everything, so you're able to scale. And obviously it was during Black Friday, so give me a break, but usually I wouldn't scale this quick, right? Like we're increasing budgets. Like genuinely think about it. Within 4 days, we started with 300 in spend, and we ended with 3.6K. Like, that is a pretty aggressive scale with 4 days. Like, it is really aggressive for the resources that I had at the time. And yeah, it was fun while it lasted. I learned a lot, and I don't regret it. I made a lot of money. I learned a lot. I live with no regrets. It happened for a reason, and yeah, I take this lesson moving forward. And I just wanted to show you because I never really showed the ad account for my last winner, and I ended up stumbling upon this, and I'm happy I have it. It's good to look back and to see what happened, to show everything. Yeah, this original campaign was always performing the best. The original campaign since we launched, right? We'll do maximum. The original campaign, we ended up spending 2.4K on, generating us majority of our sales, right? So 9 out of 28, 9.3 came from this campaign. And then look, the duplicate of this campaign performed the second and third best. And it's crazy because this campaign, the M Best, has the same ad. It has the exact same ad, but it didn't perform as good as the other ones. The duplications performed better. So it just goes to show you how every CBO is different. You can have the same ad, but maybe competing against different ads, and it just performs different. It's really, really interesting to see, but that's why I always push my ad strategy where, well, I didn't create it, but the ad strategy that I use of always launching new CBOs. This is just one reason why, is that everything performs so differently, and that's why it's really important to just keep launching. Doesn't matter. And just shut the ones that are not profitable and keep the ones that are, both horizontal and vertical scale. And you're going to build a very strong system if you don't get banned. So hopefully for all the people that were guessing, were debating on my strategy, hopefully this goes to show why it's pretty good at scale. Like, you clearly see what, the variabilities of why I do this. So yeah, thank you for watching, man. I miss this. I really miss this, but it just, looking back at this is pushing me to just get back at these numbers. So to look at these numbers on my screen and be like, all right, let's go. And yeah, I am pushing for this. And that's why probably while you're watching this, I'm currently traveling to Bali, and that's where I'm going to lock in. So I'm very excited to have videos posted for that. But thank you for watching. I really hope you found some value into this. If you have any questions, I try to, be straightforward and transparent as possible, try to give you all my insight. But yeah, thank you for watching. If you want to know more about my ad strategy or all the information that got me this winner, or all the current information I'm doing to test products and scale, check the link below. I got my VIP section. I'm not trying to sell you anything crazy. I am trying to sell it. It does cost, but trust me, I wouldn't sell anything if I didn't believe it was 10x the value that I'm charging. So I truly believe in what I've learned that can help someone else out. So that's why I push it. So if you just want to check it out, if not, there's a free section on the Discord. You can check the free section and just chill there and talk to people. But again, stop rambling. Thank you for watching, and as always, I'll see you at the fucking top, baby. Let's go.